To our third thought today, the value of human life. Verse 5, surely for your lifeblood I will demand a reckoning. From the hand of every beast I will require it, and from the hand of man. From the hand of every man's brother I will require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. For in the image of God he has made man. This here is an eternal standard set down by God. Man was created in God's image, and therefore to shed man's blood brings about a forfeiture of the blood of the one who shed that blood. Whether it is an animal that does it or another man, they are to be killed. In fact, as I've said before, Numbers 35:33 says that atonement can't be made for the land which is polluted by bloodshed except by the blood of him who shed it. And because man is created in God's image, and because the Bible gives the unborn the same rights as those who are born, the curse of abortion in a land is one of the gravest offenses that can be committed against God. There can be no atonement for the shed blood of abortion except by the termination of the life of the person who commits that abortion. And unfortunately, that's illegal in America, and so we are heaping up sins in this land because of these murders of these unborn children. And because this is a political issue, the guilt transfers to the political supporters of abortion. They are actively working against God in order to terminate life that is created in his own image. And even more, unfortunately, for an entire political movement, those that elect those who support abortion are not held guiltless in the process either. And this may seem trivial when you walk into a voting booth, but when you vote for an abortion supporting candidate at any level of the political spectrum, you are implicitly involved in the murder of God's image bearer, and you bear the guilt of that blood. You need to think this through before you cast your votes, because God demands a reckoning of the life of his image bearers, and he will demand it from you. And one more point about this verse. It says, whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. If someone commits murder, the Bible does not ask us to look at his childhood and determine what made him do it. It doesn't ask us to look at his social standing or whether he was drunk or on pain meds. It says very clearly that a murderer is to be put to death. This predates the law of Moses, and it is based on an attack against another bearer of God's image. People who stand outside of state executions with their little dumb signs that say, "Thou shalt not kill," are not showing compassion. They are showing contempt for God. Verse 7, and as for you, be fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply in it. We finish up today with this verse right here. God repeats his mandate to Noah to be fruitful and multiply. The beauty of children and an earth full of God's people created in his image must be a delight to his heart. He created because he is love, and because love is his very nature. How pleased he must be when his creation returns that love to him in praise and in worship and in adoration. He asks us to bring forth abundantly in the earth and to multiply in it. Children, as the Psalms say, are a heritage from the Lord, and we bring him honor when we get married, have children, and bring them up in the knowledge of the fear and the admonition of the Lord.